I'm William Hill. I go by Dave. I am a professor in the Department of Pathology and Laboratory Medicine at the Medical University of South Carolina in Charleston. I also have an appointment with the VA facility here. But for our purposes, I am the Chief Scientific Officer of a startup biotech company called SpheroFill. And we're interested in being able to develop our technology into a very broad use drug delivery platform. My research background is primarily starting off in neuroscience, looking at neurodegeneration, stroke. I moved into musculoskeletal disorders, and my primary area of interest is in looking at stem cell biology and aging. So it's a totally different point of view than what I've been through my entire career as a NIH and VA researcher. This whole idea of how do you make something into a successful company, taking an idea, make this into a company that actually will make a profit, people will invest in, because if you can't get that investment, if you can't get that support, you're never going to get your technology to market, and it's not going to do any good. So there's this whole reality of understanding what it takes to commercialize something, and it's so much more complex than I would have ever imagined. We're doing market research. We're trying to understand our supply chain and where are the challenges that we'll face. So you're constantly trying to find where are the barriers and challenges that you need to overcome to move this ahead. Well, hopefully that their technology transfer offices are connected up with programs like Accelerate Health and help guide them to having those interactions. I mean, to me, that was the most useful thing. I went through sort of the standard thing where they'd have webinars that we met with people who were heading up the SBIR, STTR programs at different NIH institutes. And that was helpful, but it never got us into the nitty-gritty of what we really needed to do to have a successful application. And again, this whole idea of understanding you're trying to develop a business and you have to commercialize this is such a major hurdle for most basic science investigators or clinical science investigators to get around and to fully appreciate. They think they've got the most wonderful technology that answers this fabulous, very needful problem out there, but they really haven't defined the problem. And so again, one of the things that was really helpful for us is with Accelerate helping us to identify what customer needs are and then making sure that our technology addressed those needs, or if it didn't, we would have to look at a different markets. That's, I think, is the biggest problem, is not knowing where to go for help. And so again, if people are at a research institution, university system, they really need to be directed towards a program like Accelerate Health, or it's going to be really difficult for the local resources. I can't say enough about what Accelerate Health did for us. I mean, literally, we would not have gotten funded without their help.